Hello, my name is Megan Sweeney, and I'm the Public Relations Director here at the American Staffing Association. Today, I'm going to be sharing some tips and tricks for how you can apply for our National Staffing Employee of the Year program. Our National Staffing Employee of the Year program recognizes outstanding temporary and contract employees who exemplify the very best of our staffing industry. In particular, they're great examples of staffing's key messages, such as bridging to permanent employment, working in a role that provides flexibility in day-to-day life, and entry and access to a new career. Winners are recognized at our annual Staffing World Convention and Expo, and there are multiple levels of winners. Our first level is our National Staffing Employee All-Star finalist. They'll be named for each of staffing's 5 sectors: the engineering, scientific, and IT sector, healthcare, industrial, office administrative sector, and professional managerial sector. The winning companies will receive a free media toolkit to help promote their victories and will be recognized by ASA throughout the year on our social channels and media outreach. Now, from those finalists, one sector all-star will be chosen. Those winners will receive an award from ASA, along with a $500 gift card, as well as recognition during National Staffing Employee Week and an all-expense-paid photo shoot in their hometowns. The winners also receive a free media toolkit to help promote their place as the home of a National Staffing Employee All-Star. And from those sector All-Stars is our overall National Staffing Employee of the Year. Our National Staffing Employee of the Year receives a $2,000 gift card and receives an all-expense-paid trip for themselves and a guest to Staffing World, where they will receive their award on stage and be able to give remarks to attendees from throughout the country. Now, we work closely throughout the year with agencies of our winners and on everything from coordinating the initial announcement to working on media opportunities for the winning companies and the winners. We're so excited to work with you. And I want to take a moment too to thank our sponsor, Staff Pro 3, a division of PMC Insurance Group, for making this program possible. So now let's get into the application process. So if you want to enter, first thing you do is go to americanstaffing.net/awards. And this webpage will come up. You see the awards and recognition. Scroll down. For our purposes, we will be going to the National Staffing Employee of the Year section here on the left. Click Learn More. And as that page comes up, I'll move over here. So it'll give a brief overview as well as a shout out to our sponsor, Staff Pro 3, a division of PMC Insurance. The nominations are open. You can see that in bold print here. And you can also watch some videos from previous winners to kind of get a feel of what we're seeing, what the judges are looking for, and things like that. So you scroll down and the form is right here. Make sure to put in the information for the nominee at the top: first name, phone number, email. What positions has this person been assigned? This can be more than one position. There's actually a lot of entries that have multiple positions. That's fine. You don't have to pick and choose. But if you can give as kind of specific as possible as to what their positions were, that would be great. And then this is where it gets really critical. How does this employee embody one or more of the key messages that I mentioned before? The bridging to permanent employment, the flexibility of day-to-day life, and access to a new career. I should note, and this is very important, it does not have to be all 3 of those themes. It can just be one, but I know the judges really debate. That's one of the things that I've seen them debate is, does this story embody one of these themes? So wanted to give you that little tip. And for our purposes, I've made up a story that embodies all 3 of those themes, just for our purposes. So And this is something that we've seen a lot in recent years, college graduates, which is a great story, by the way. As a recent college graduate, Susie was applying to job after job and not hearing back. After months of trying on her own, Susie turned to staffing. Our recruiter worked with Susie to update her resume, identify her areas of special interest. In addition, Susie, that helps in terms of the access. She's having trouble accessing her, uh, getting her foot in the door of, say, the tech industry. In addition, the recruiter helped Susie find job opportunities that would allow her to have the flexibility to meet her young son at the school bus stop every day. We actually had, a year or two ago, we had a winner whose story of flexibility was the ability to find a job that allowed her to meet her son at the school bus stop every day. It can be something like that. It can be something, um, our National Staffing Employee of the Year winner 2 years ago looked for a job that had the flexibility that allowed her to work on launching her clothing line. I mean, it could run the gamut, but that's just kind of when you think of flexibility, that's kind of what they're looking at. And then scrolling down, Susie soon had an interview with ABC Tech. I hope that's not a real company, but if it's your client company, I made it up. Um, where she was hired as a contractor for their internal IT department. Susie took the lead on updating their internal database and implemented the program weeks early and under budget. It's great to have concrete examples of something that the person did, or something where they excelled at the job they were assigned to. Not surprisingly, when Susie's contract was up, ABC offered her a full-time permanent position, which she accepted. Again, that's the theme of bridging to permanent employment. And the second part, and this question is really the equivalent of, do you have any other questions for me? Do you have any other things that we should know about? This is your chance to sell your nominee. This is that, especially in ways that may not reach one of the three themes above. So for this, for our purposes, I put, and again, this can run the gamut. Susie's the first person in her family to graduate from college. She chose the IT field because of her lifelong passion for computers and gaming. She worked with our staffing company to find a fulfilling career and support herself and her family. This is a chance for you to really paint the picture of why this employee is so great in the minds of the judges. And so it's a great opportunity to sell these employees stories and to brag about them. It's an exciting time to do that. So then, as you can see here, the nominator information. This can be anyone pretty much in your company. A lot of times we'll see either presidents or C-suite, the recruiters themselves, the recruiters that work directly with the nominee, and as well as the PR people. And down here is a spot for the public relations contact. If your nominee wins, we work very closely with your PR person. In small businesses, I know there are times where you may not have a PR person, and that's fine. If it's not applicable, you can write NA. We work with presidents of the company closely. We usually, when we find out the winners from the committee, we'll contact everyone on this email to make sure that everyone sees it. And then depending on, what the company's comfortable with, people can peel off. And then two quick but important points. My firm's received approval from the client company to disclose its name as the place where a nominee works in ASA promotional materials. This is actually also a chance for the client company in a lot of ways to be bragged about. I mean, this also shows that they're employing wonderful people. And then that your firms check that the nominee understands that they will serve as a face of the staffing industry, and that they're required to participate in a photo and video shoot in their hometown for PR purposes. Some people aren't comfortable having their photos taken or having their stories made public. You know your nominees better than we do, but it's just kind of something to just double check that they would be okay with before putting them through this process. So that's it. I want to thank you to everyone who's stuck with me through this video, as well as everyone who's applied and maybe thinking about applying. Finalists will be announced later in the summer, and then the National Staffing Employee All-Stars and National Staffing Employee of the Year are announced on the Monday of National Staffing Employee Week in September. So good luck to everyone, and we will see you soon. Take care.